Hello, my Vibe Tribe. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the Daily Vibe. You must think it's cold here. It is not. But I just got this and I love it, so I'm wearing it. I'm probably going to be burning up in about 5 seconds because it'll get too hot. But anyways, it's Tuesday. Tuesday thoughts. Whew, how is everyone today? Thought I'd wait a few moments. I got it right this time. Thought I'd wait a few moments for people to pop on. So I'm gonna do a little something different today. I'm trying to change it up now from the cards and think of new ideas and new things. And I found for Tuesday Thoughts a story on encouragement. Now it's a little dark, and I'll probably go over this again before I start reading it. Baby pull. Okay, I gotta get this right. Baby puff. Good morning, baby sibling. Anyways, like I was just explaining, it is not cold, but I love this. And I'm wearing it. So, and I got my new earrings. I'm really excited because I have some crystals that are going to show up today. So I'm going to start playing and practicing and making really cool things. So, good morning, sibling. Siblings on too. Woo! It's a whole crowd of siblings. Okay, so you know what? I waited a few moments. Let's just go. Drinking my protein shake. I already drank my greens. I'm trying something different. This is for Baby Puff. She knows this is fizz, so I decided to try vanilla with watermelon fizz and see how it turns out. And I'll get my kick of caffeine. That's the last thing I need. No, sibling, it is not cold, but we have different ideas on what cold is and is not. But I'm also very green today. It's starting last night at sundown, so I've read, is Bridget / Saint Bridget's day, feast, celebration. So I'm also wearing green in honor of her. So, okay. Oh, I guess Baby sibling. Okay, you're just Baby Puff sibling. Hasn't done that yet, so that's exciting. So anyways, like I said, I'm trying something new today for Tuesday Thoughts. And it looks long, but it's not really that long. It is a little, like I said, this is one of those parables that are a little bit dark, but, and I didn't, I actually kind of toned it down because I don't want the message to get lost and, oh my God, that's so sad. But, there was a time when everything wasn't so PC, somewhere in my pile of things, I have a Mother Goose book before it was trimmed down and, became politically correct. And I love it because it gets to the point. So this one is about encouragement. As a group of frogs were traveling through the woods, 2 of them fell into a pit. When the other frogs surrounded the pit, they saw how deep it was and told them to give up because there was no hope. Despite this, the 2 frogs tried to jump out, but to no avail, all while the frogs above told them to quit. Eventually, one of the frogs took heed of what the others were saying, and he jumped to his death. That's what I'm talking about, dark. But the other frog kept trying until at last he made it. When the other frogs asked why he didn't listen to them, he explained he was deaf and thought they were encouraging him. The moral: people's words can have a big effect on others' lives. Think about what you say before it comes out of your mouth. That's a big one for me. Oh yeah, before I forget, happy Groundhog Day, everyone. And on the slight chance my Uncle Dean is watching, happy birthday. But I liked this one. I went through a lot of kindness stories because I thought I would make this a day about kindness and, all these wonderful things that people were doing for one another, paying it forward, or, just being kind. But I read this because sometimes, especially when I'm hangry, I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And, I do the daily vibes because, like I said, guys, I learned from these too. But I was talking to sibling last night about a class I took. When I first, I ended up leaving college because I don't know why. Maybe it was my depression. I don't know. But I initially started taking journalism classes because I love to write. You know, I love to write. My creative writing teacher suggested it from high school. He loved my writing, whether it was in English or in creative writing. And what I wrote, my parents read, they loved it. I passed it by another friend, they loved it. And so I turned it in and I got a D. And then after class, I asked my teacher, I said, well, I don't understand. No, I am not fantastic. I'm not fantastic at grammar or punctuation, but I write really well. And I'm not bragging. It's just, it's a gift. It is a God-given gift to me. And I mean, okay, I'm going to go on the woo-woo for a moment, but even one of my spirit guides is a well-known author. So this is just my passion. She gave me a D and accused me of plagiarizing, which I did not. Straight up, I did not. I gathered information. I did a whole paper on Martin Luther King because he is one of my heroes. And I just, when she accused me of that, I'm not kidding, guys, because I was in not such a good place. I hadn't been diagnosed with my depression yet. I didn't understand the way my brain worked at the time. I quit. And I didn't just quit the class. I quit school. I quit college. Because I figured this is how it's always going to be. People are going to look at my talent and they're going to say, you just copied that from somewhere. And it hurt. I was 18 years old. I was so excited. I was so pumped. You know, I was taking a psychology class on the side because my dad told me, he's all, you can minor in drama and writing or theater and writing, but you have to major in something to fall back on. And I quit. And I want people to know, see, this is good because yesterday it made me cry and today it does not. So I know it is something I healed in my life. And it's probably something I should take up again. But the point is, that was a very long time ago. And her words, someone I respected and admired and looked up to, just, it floored me. It flattened me. It popped the bubble of my dreams. Now, I'm not blaming her for my not pursuing this path until really now. I had a lot of things to work out. I had a lot of things in my brain to work out. And in its own way, it's come full circle and it has worked out. However, watch what you say to people. You know, I have a tongue on me and I know it's not always nice. When I get hungry or when when something triggers me, these things come out and they're not fun and they're not nice. And then I end up feeling super bad at the end. You know, yesterday I had done so much shadow work on Sunday that it was all just surfacing and it all just came out. And it was terrible. I mean, I had a lot of ugly cries yesterday. I had a lot of soul cries yesterday. And I feel bad because it came out at sibling. But she was patient. She talked me down. She calmed me down. And, you know, that's not the person I want to be. That's not the person I am. You know, there are better ways to deal with my pain than by just, attaching it to somebody else, because then everybody just feels bad. And then, you can apologize up to the sky, but you cannot unring a bell. So, I'm, like I said, guys, these are honest. These are so honest. I am not going to lie to you. And I'm going to share the ugliest parts of me as well, because I'm hoping that it really does help somebody out there. And I'm really kind of hoping that it helps people look in the mirror and say, is this the person you want to be? And it doesn't mean this is the person I am. No, this was an ugly side of me that I'm healing. But instead of sitting down and talking because I don't know how to ask for help, I lashed out. And sadly, this has been a very, very bad habit for me that I am slowly learning how to break. And I do thank you, sibling, for your patience, because there's a lot of things I would not make it through, and there's a lot of things I would not have learned or healed from if it wasn't for you. And I do apologize. This is my public apology. This goes out to the world, guys, to Laura Dayton, my sibling, for kind of being an asshole sometimes. So, it is what it is. And I am so grateful for her patience and her compassion, because it really does help. And I feel like I'm leaps and bounds from where I was when I was 18 years old, when this person told me what they told me, and I know it doesn't feel like it fits together, but it kind of does, because you have regrets, and the regrets build and they build and they build. So you know what? Don't let people bring you down with their words. What I should have done when she accused me of that is I should have gone to the dean, which is what my mom told me, because my parents, my mom was, she worked in admissions at San Diego State, and my dad worked also in supplies and business something, business affairs, business something, business administration. I don't know what it was, but they worked at San Diego State. But my mom was very good at this stuff. She's like, you need to tell them what she said. And I was like, no. And I cried for days. And then I made the hard decision to tell my parents that school wasn't for me. I'm tired of school. Been doing this since preschool, so I don't want to do it anymore. But to be honest with you, that was the exact reason why. And I realize that now, why I quit school. Because rejection is hard for me. Or it was. I'm learning that it's actually a good thing sometimes. But, and thank you, sibling. But, she said, no worries. We all have our days. I don't want to have those days anymore. Those are ugly days. And, it's one thing to get upset and get mad, but it's another thing to lash out at people. And that's, to me, it does happen. I know it does happen. And, we're 9 times out of 10, we're very lucky to have someone there that understands and does not fight back with you. So, and just kind of talks you off the ledge. So, talks you off the ledge. Oh, and scene. I'm a dork today. But anyways, I'm also watching my hair do its thing back there. But this is what happened with the frogs. Now, in the actual story, it said the other frog decided that they were right, and he jumped and fell to his death. Okay? I didn't initially want to put that in there, and I probably should have written it exactly what it says. And even the moral of the story ended with, your words can be a matter of life and death. Now, I don't want to put that on anybody, because nobody's perfect. We have our moments, and there will be people who are so fragile, but it doesn't matter if you're talking to the strongest person or the most fragile person. Just come from a place of compassion, come from a place of understanding and listening. And you know what? If people don't want to listen to you, if people walk out of your life or walk away from you, that's their problem. If they don't know what they have in their midst, in their circle, then as painful as it is, heal from it and move forward. Because we can't, it hurts, and it will. And sometimes we just need to take that moment to heal from that, and to have our good cry, to have our ugly cry, our soul cry, and try to figure out, oh my God, why did this person do this to me? Baby sibling said, that's what I'm working on. her and I had a conversation. I'm not going to make this public. I have a funny feeling I know exactly what she is talking about. And all I have to say is, this has happened to me too. And it hurts. But then you start noticing the changes in your life. You start noticing what replaces that. And, it's not always easy when, things that you're used to and situations that you're used to change. And it really can hurt. But sometimes there are people in this world that don't know how to deal with certain things. And again, this is what happens. They lash out at someone, whether, it's the way I've done it in the past and recent past, or if it's, a different way, because they're angry and they have a lot of unresolved issues within themselves. So, sometimes you just have to go in compassion. Sometimes you can check on them regardless. This is what we do as people. The best we can do is be compassionate. What other people think of you is not your business. And I know that's hard. I am one of those people that just really want to be liked by everybody. But now I realize I'm liked by the people who are meant to like me. I'm loved by the people who are meant to love me. I have the people in my life that I want in my life. And I always look for new people to fill that circle. But you know what? My circle isn't that big because I am about quality over quantity. Okay? I don't have a billion Facebook friends. I mean, like I said to people that watch these lives, my daily vibe is public. Anybody can look at it. There are certain things that I do post that are public. But my friends, that are friends on my Facebook, they're family and friends. My page is private because that's where I keep my family, and my friends. And, this is where I keep them safe. This is where I keep my thoughts safe with them. And you guys know me. I mean, come on, I'm sharing a daily vibe. So whatever I put on Facebook, I'm probably putting out somewhere else on social media. But the point is that I'm not about bringing on a billion people I don't know. When someone friends me, I find out if they know somebody else. If they don't, then you know what? I like to keep it a safe space for myself. And not that I think anyone's going to do anything wrong, but I also don't want my Facebook account hijacked. And that's what happens a lot of time when you just accept people you don't know. I mean, a lot of times I check too. This is just a side note for safety. A lot of times I check too because, like, my aunt last week, her account got hijacked. And when I went to check, 4 people in our family had already accepted her friend request. It's like, guys, you're already friends with her. I mean, this is your aunt. This is your cousin. This is your sister. Well, not sister, but, your sister in soul. So it's just like, don't just accept willy-nilly. Pay attention. I tried to help her, but, we couldn't figure it out. So hopefully she was able to get back in and get her account back. Because that happened to sibling about 2 years ago, and we had to recreate her entire account, and it sucked, and it was hard work. So that's about protecting yourself, and that's how it is in life. You don't want someone to come in and hijack your life. Okay. I've known people who have done that to other people, and then it's basically that you become a whole different identity, and you don't want to be that person. Then it takes you forever to reestablish who you are. So, there you go. Metaphor, analogy, whatever you want to call it. Poof. Shelly made it happen. Boom. So I'm in a mood today, apparently. So happy February 2nd. Groundhog Day, and it's like 2221, so it's like triple twos amplified by the 1, so yay, or 1222 backwards. I know who knows what that means, but yeah, so be encouraging. Okay, one more time for the people that just popped in. Be encouraging. The frog that could not hear what the other frogs were saying in outside of the pit jumped to his freedom. He saved himself because he couldn't hear. He saw they're jumping around and they're being crazy. He thought they were encouraging him. Okay, the frog that leapt to his death because he didn't think he'd make it out of the deep pit, he could hear what they were saying. So remember, try to mind your words. Do your best to mind your words. I know we're not perfect, okay? And I think a lot of times when people are angry, you can tell when something's being said out of anger. But if you're literally sitting there saying, like my professor did all those years ago, saying, you plagiarized this, that's going to hurt someone. And I kind of just blew it off for years. I did not know it was still a thing in my life until I talked about it and cried about it yesterday, during doing more of my shadow work, and this time with sibling helping me. And I really think that that's where my fear of sharing my writing came from, because I see sometimes stories I come up with, and then I'll see someone come up with a similar one. It's like, oh, well, I can't do that now because then someone will think I'm copying it. Well, fuck that. Okay. This is my idea. I'm going to put it out there. I always write the date down of when I had an idea. There are no original ideas. Look at Hollywood. Look at TV. People are coming up with new reboots, okay? They're not even new, they're just reboots, okay? So, but they're telling a different story. They're taking that idea and they're telling a different story. So you know what? Tell your story. Tell your story. If you're not a writer, just go out there and share yourself. Do your passion, whatever it is you love, whether it's selling a health product, like some people I know, which I love. Look at my skin. My skin's amazing. I'm not even wearing cover up today, but, sorry, side note, hi, my skin's amazing. But, whether it's being a manicurist or whether it's being a person who cuts hair, the girl that cuts my hair, she is fucking amazing. She's been doing this since she was like 14 years old, practicing on her sister. She did her sister's hair for prom. Okay. The girl is like barely 30 now, but you know, whatever it is you love. If you love being an admin, if you love being, you know, an athlete or an actor or a singer or whatever, do it. Just do it. Give it the shot that you know you deserve. Do not let other people's words bring you down. Okay? If you needed someone to tell you to go for it, I am telling you to go for it. It doesn't mean quit your job. Okay? It just means make concessions so that you can pursue your dream. Like I said, I used to write during my lunch when I had a job. Thanks COVID. Well, I didn't lose my job because of COVID, but finding one has been hard because of COVID. But maybe this is something telling me to follow my passion now. Maybe this is something telling me it's time to follow my path and the path I want to be on. I'm not happy in an office. Okay? The arts have always interested me. You know, and I love writing. I mean, look, I look like a writer, right? With my scarf and my hair and my glasses. Shit, I don't even know what an author looks like. We just look like anybody randomly walking down the street, okay? But, you know, if you're going to personify something, what? So, anyways, now that I've been a dork for about half an hour, or 25 minutes, sorry. These are getting longer, aren't they? It's crazy. But anyways, yeah. So just be encouraging, guys. Just go out there. We can do better. We can be kinder to each other. We can, you know, listen to one another. We can disagree with one another, and we can do it without being angry. It's hard sometimes because we always want to be right, but we're not always going to be right, right? Right. So here's, you know what? This is staring me in the face. I'm looking right past my camera. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Okay? So my teacher a long, long time ago was wrong about me. I'm not here to tell you that I didn't plagiarize it. I didn't. I wrote it. I was 18. I've been writing since I was about 7 or 8, starting with poems that were silly and cutesy to writing stories, full 30, 40 page stories by the time I was 14. And it was my passion. It was my escape. It was my outlet. It was a place I went when I was hurting inside or when I was trying not to remember things, you know. And not gonna lie, I always make the character who looks suspiciously like me the hero of the story. So now you know, if I ever put anything out there, you're gonna be like, oh, is she talking about herself again? Or is this just one of those, you know, flighty daydreams she had? Doesn't matter. Okay? Does not matter. But yeah, just don't let anyone tell you that you can't. If somebody's hurt you, just do your best to heal from that and move forward, because there are still so many other people around you that love you and care about you and want the best for you and who aren't, you know, jealous of the path you've taken. Sometimes people get jealous because they don't know how to heal like somebody else. And, you know, I've learned this from baby sibling. I took a long time to heal after Mom, Sissy, and my friend passed away. But when I saw what she had to go through, I thought, God, if she can do this every day, I could put more effort into moving forward. And just moving forward in love, bringing along the memories of the people I care about. So, baby sibling, Baby Puff, thank you for that, because that really showed me and gave me more strength, you know, and now I try to help other people do the same. You know, I mean, our grief is very different, you know, in the people that we've lost, but the pain at the end, when you get to that, it's like I said, guys, no matter what the trauma, the grief, the pain is, when you get to that line where everybody crosses over together to either moving on from something bad or moving forward, carrying, you know, positivity and good memories, and, you know, sometimes even the painful memories, just carrying the memories with you, that's where we're all together. That's where the pain, the grieving, the anger, that's where we all meet, and together we cross that line, you know, and sometimes we might be standing on the other line just waving that person on to come with us. But no matter the grieving, the trauma, whatever it is, you know, and maybe it's nothing. Maybe you don't know why you feel the way you feel. Maybe it is a dinged up mental health. like I said, when we all get to that line where it's time to cross and either move on or move forward, we're there together. Okay? So that way nobody feels minimized. Nobody feels like their situation isn't as important. Everybody's situation is important. Okay? No matter how big or how small you think your situation is, it's important. Okay? If you stubbed your toe the other day and you're angry about it, that's important to me because it hurts. You know, and yeah, that's kind of a really stupid example, but in a way it's not, you know, because it's pain. So, and you know, then you might be saying, well, how can I be so clumsy? It can lead into bad things. So if you stub your toe, just yell at whatever was in your way. I don't care if it's stationary. It should not have been there, even if you put it there. Just yell at it and move on. So anyways, okay. Those are my Tuesday thoughts. Tomorrow's Self-Care Wednesday. I have more things in the Self-Care Wednesday box. I'm so excited. Thank you, Debbie Hall, for those. And I think I put like 15 new things in it. So we have them to go forever. So, oh, baby sibling says I'm going to make her cry. My work here is done. So, anyways, I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. You know, go out there, try something new. Just be encouraging. Just be encouraging. You know, I know it's hard to smile behind masks nowadays, but even just saying hello to someone, believe it or not, that can be encouraging. You know, just really quick. I know I said goodbye already, but just really quick. Last week, I just decided to go out when the world kind of opened again, and I was walking around downtown Orange, and there was a cute little old man walking with his coffee. And, you know, I'm going to say he looked Cuban because he looked like he was dressed with a hat and his coffee and the white suit jacket, the white shirt, the white pants, and like these nice tan shoes. And he, believe it or not, I'm not that tall. I'm only 5'4", but he was tinier than me. But, you know, he was walking. He didn't have a mask. And I think he was thinking I was going to judge him. But it's like, you know what? I wasn't going to because he was drinking his coffee. His mask was you could see it sticking out of his pocket. And he was just walking along, drinking his coffee. And he, you know, he walked by and he kept looking at me. And I had my mask on, but I just kind of smiled and I said hello. And his face lit up. And you know what? I had to force that smile because I was forcing myself out, you know, to kind of just get myself out of this funk. That lit me up. That lit me up for the rest of the day. His sweet smile, his saying, hello, my dear, have a good day. I was like, you too, thank you, sniff. So even a smile and a hello and a have a good day can change somebody's day. And it can be very encouraging and push them forward. So have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow right here, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Facebook Live. It is public. Come watch it. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow for Self-Care Wednesday.